Good evening, everyone. It is Thursday, January 13th, and we are going to be playing in the Thursday night Throwdown. So this is going to be 3 rounds of Premodern. So I appreciate everybody who is here tonight and joining me for my first dedicated Premodern stream. So we are going to take a look and see what we've got for our pairings, and then we are going to go in. We're going to play some Premodern. So I hope everybody's having a great night tonight. We're playing using Tolaria, so that is definitely something that is fairly new. So something new to me, new to the stream, and whatnot. But I'm looking forward to getting in some games of Premodern as soon as my opponent is ready to go. So just a quick sneak peek of tonight's Premodern deck. I call it Pink Poo. I don't know if it's any good, but I guess we're going to just have to find out. It's red spells and white spells, and we're just going to have to see. Mr. Jones, thank you very much. Damien, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a great night tonight. Yeah, red spells and white spells. So we'll see what happens when we get going. But this is the general gist of the deck. So I want to go kind of fast, but I also want to have some controlling type elements as well. I didn't want to go straight red. That's a little bit too aggressive, and that's not something that I like to do. But I also want to have some cool things like Masticore in the deck and Exalted Angel. Exalted Angel, for those who are not aware, it is a 4/5 flyer for 6. It has lifelink. Now, here's the thing. It also has morph, so you can play it face down for 3 mana and then pay 4 mana to flip it face up. So that is pretty cool. You can get it at a discount. And then I've got Seal of Fire, which is basically, it's an enchantment that you can sacrifice to shock something, deal 2 points to it. Excuse me. 2 Blood Moons. Look, I'm playing 12 basics. There are a lot of decks that are playing a lot of basics, but there are a lot of decks that play a lot of non-basics as well. So we're just going to have to see how this works. I don't know. So. And then Disenchants and Swords of Plowshares, Grim Lavamancer. I've got 2 fetch lands that can fetch each of my basics. You see 2 Flooded Strands and 2 Bloodstained Mires. Bloodstained Mires can get the mountains, Flooded Strands can get the plains. You know, I just wanted some extra stuff to fuel those Grim Lavamancers and thin out the deck and whatnot. Again, this is I'm new to Premodern, so I'm not exactly sure what to expect. Out of my sideboard, Red Elemental Blast ×2, 2 Pyrokinesis. That's a pitch spell. You might be familiar with Force of Will. Well, Pyrokinesis was from that same cycle. It is a red pitch spell where you can exile a red card in your hand from the game, and there it is. Oh, looks like our opponent John is in the room and ready to play. How you doing tonight, John?
Yeah, not too bad. How you doing, Rich?
Not bad at all. Good seeing you. Been a little while.
Yeah, sorry for the delay. This is my first time using Tolaria, so I had no idea where I was going or how I'm supposed to get to.
Oh no, it's all good. It is all good. A lot of new people on using Tolaria today. Actually, last week was my first time using it, and part of the reason I didn't stream last week was because of the fact that I wanted to make sure that I knew how to set up Tolaria and set up the stream and whatnot from it. So, for those who are not aware, our Tolaria.app is what we're using right now. And it is a project that was put together by one of the hardest working people in old school Magic. His name is Matthias. He goes by SlanFan. He created this from scratch. It is an app that it's got the webcam games. It's got a tournament event reporter built in. There are life totals that can be kept track of on the screen as well, and it's a really cool all-in-one. It's still technically in beta test. It does have some kinks that need to be worked out, but So, John, Damien's watching right now, and he is complimenting you on your Tabernacle playmat. So.
Yeah, Aaron Dix picked it up for me when he was out in Seattle.
Nice. Yeah,
for whatever that Battle of the Puget Sound thing I think it was that he was out there for.
Yeah. That was a lot of artists were there that weekend too. That was pretty cool. I wish I could have gone. It was still in the midst of COVID, and travel just wasn't the best for something like that. But oh, you don't have to do that with me, man.
Yeah, same thing.
All right. Do you want to choose even or odd?
I'll take odd.
Okay. It is even. It is a 4.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, my friend.
Yep.
I will play first.
All right, sounds good.
I'm going to keep.
I will keep as well.
All right. I'm going to start with a mountain and a seal of fire, and then I will say go.
I'm going to go with a plains, and I will pass back to you.
Okay. Untap. Draw. And I will play a plains, and I will say go.
Second plains, and pass back to you.
Okay. I will draw. And I will say go. 6 cards.
End of turn. I'm going to cycle an Eternal Dragon.
Okay, sure. Like plain cycle, right?
Yes, plain cycle.
Yeah. Now you're fairly new to Premodern as well, right?
Yes. Yeah, I played a little bit maybe a year and a half ago, and got completely wrecked by everybody who was playing 4 dresses and 4 cabal therapies.
Yeah.
And decided to take a break from it, and then Aaron's been pretty pumping the format here in Minneapolis. So.
Yeah, definitely so. I know that, I know you're part of the group chat where people are talking about, you guys want to do some local Premodern stuff out there. Hoping that you guys can do it. I know that COVID is just running rampant again. So
yes, yeah. Play that plains, and I will pass back to you with 7 in hand.
All right. End step. I'm going to cast Incinerate, targeting you.
Yep.
All right. I will untap. I will draw. Oh, look at that. Serene Alliance. Go ahead.
End of turn. Sorry, I was just drinking a pop here. End of turn. In a cycle of renewed faith.
Cycle of renewed faith. Do you gain 2 life when you do that, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you're up to 19.
Go to my turn. Draw. And let's see. Play out a mountain.
Okay. Okay. Can you move it down a little bit so we can see it?
All right. Yep.
Okay. And that's what card is that?
Whenever a player cycles a card, I may pay 1, and if I do, it deals 2 damage to target creature or player.
And what's the name of the card again?
Lightning Rift.
Lightning Rift. Okay. All right. All right. All set after that?
Yep. I'll pass back to you.
Okay. End step. I'm going to lightning bolt you.
Yep.
Put you at 16. Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
No. 14.
Go ahead. Tuberov says, hey, I might know some of these cards. Started playing in Homelands. Yeah. I mean, it's 4th edition through Scourge, so that it's going to include Homelands.
Now I will pass back to you.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
Response. Cycle of Forgotten Cave. Pay 1 to deal 2 damage to your lions.
Okay. I'm going to disenchant that now.
Okay.
Before it gets too far out of control.
Yep. You're off the cycle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, MTT Banding says, wow, 2 red and white decks. Yeah, but his red and white deck is a cycling deck, which is kind of like a gnome thing, but my deck is just something I put together. So, all right, I'm done after that. Go ahead.
We'll play out an Ancient Tomb.
Damien says he recognizes your basic lands.
Yeah. I'll take 2. And put out an Exalted Angel.
Okay. Exalted Angel. Sure.
That's back to you.
All set?
Yep.
Untap. Draw. Oh, look at that. All right. Flooded Strands. I'm going to crack it. Go down to 19 to get a Plains.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Swords of Plowshares on your Angel.
Yep. 16.
It burrs. Go ahead. 16 and 19, I've got 4 cards.
Okay. Well. Play out Lightning Rift.
That's a Lightning Rift. Setronet says I don't have enough flair on my stream. I need like 17 more widgets. Tuberov says Rich's deck, some number of format legal cards and sleeves, some of which are red and some are white. And then John's deck is an established deck. Yes. I'm gonna play a face down creature.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna say go.
End of turn. I'm going to cycle a Renewed Faith and pay 1 to deal 2 damage to your face down.
Yeah, it's an Exalted Angel.
Deal 2, get to 18.
Yep.
For that. And you're done?
Yeah, go ahead. Appreciate everybody who joined the stream. We are in round number 1 against John. Thanks for all the first-time chatters. I appreciate it.
Lightning Rift again.
Another Lightning Rift. Wow, you're throwing that like it's your job.
All right, back to you.
Cards in hand?
I have 4, I think. Yeah, 4.
And I have 4. Untap. Draw. Hey, look, it's a land. I'm going to cast a Masticore.
Okay.
And you can go. 3 cards in hand.
Okay. Draw. Humility.
That's not very nice. Okay.
The sole reason I'm playing this deck is because I love Humility as a card.
Well, I was a judge for 17 years. I hate humility.
Go ahead.
All right, untap. All right, Masticore doesn't say anything. I don't have to discard. That's good. I'll draw. And then I'm going to attack for 1.
All right, big one.
Put you at 17.
Yep.
And Grim Lavamancer. Go ahead.
All right.
Said Sternett says now to play Opalescence. Sure. Yeah.
Back to you.
Right. Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
I'm going to respond to that.
Of course.
Take 2 off of my... go back to 14. Or 15. Excuse me.
15, yeah.
Yep. And I'm going to cycle a Decree of Justice for 5.
Making 5 dudes. Yep.
Yep. Draw for the Decree, and I'll block both of them.
You have how many cards now, John?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This game's probably over. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, John's playing slide.
Yeah. Draw. Back for 3.
Get burrs. 16.
And pass back to you.
End step, incinerate you.
Nope.
Untap. Draw. Reflecting Pool. 4 mana, 1/1. Go ahead.
End of turn. I'll pay 1 to cycle the.
No, that's game.
Yeah.
You have too many cards. You drew all 3. You drew 3 lightning rifts, which is pretty ridiculous for you. So, whoops, that was definitely not the button I needed to press. Yeah, that was a beating. That was definitely a beating. Let's see what we can do after sideboard. Not gonna lie, that was a kick in the junk when you dropped the humility after I played my Masticore.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens though. Yeah, humility is a strong card. I mean, I'm playing Disenchant. I mean, he saw Disenchant because I got rid of the first Lightning Rift, but I mean, he drew 2 more Lightning Rifts. And then all of his cards replace themselves in some way, shape, or form. So it is, it's pretty bonkers once it gets going.
Yeah, the key is once this deck gets going, right? I mean,
Well,
so
yeah, I mean, you saw I stumbled on mana. I stumbled on mana early. I just
Yep.
couldn't. drawing 2 Masticores when I had 2 lands wasn't that great. I didn't put enough pressure on early, and then I couldn't deal with 3 Rifts. I could deal with 1, but not 3, and I definitely wasn't going to be able to deal with 2 Rifts and a Humility at that point, not in the main deck. So. But we'll see what we can do. Like I said, I'm playing a brew, so I'm not playing an established deck. We'll see what happens. I have nightmares of playing against slide decks back back in the day. So. All right. Good luck.
Yep.
I will keep.
I will keep as well.
Bloodstained Mire. I'm going to go down to 19 and fetch a mountain and just say go.
Plains and pass back to you.
Okay. Draw. Plains, go ahead.
Mountain, go.
Draw. Battlefield Forge. I'm going to take a point for a white for an Aura of Silence.
Yeah, that's fine.
Makes your artifacts and enchantments cost 2 more to play, and then I can sacrifice it to disenchant something.
Done.
Go ahead.
Another plains and pass back to you.
Untap. Draw. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was just coughing there. Did you say pass?
Yeah, I just said go. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Ron Diggity says, what are the off-color fetch lands here? It helps feed the Lava Man and thins out the deck a little bit. I mean, the deck's fairly aggressive, so in theory, but
back to you.
End step, I'm going to incinerate you. Untap. Draw. Mountain. Masticore. And go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards.
Secluded step tap.
Yep.
And pass back to you.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. I'm going to discard and incinerate.
During your draw step, I have an effect.
Okay.
Swords your Mastercard.
Swords my master. Okay. I'll gain 4. 22. And you can go. 4 cards.
Seven cards and back to you.
Okay. Draw. Go.
End of turn, I'm going to cycle Spark Spray.
What card is that?
It is a Spark Spray.
Okay.
Cycles for 1
No,
red.
no. You're just cycling the card. Yeah. It just,
Yeah.
You set it off camera, so I couldn't see what it was. That's all. And I'm not
sorry.
familiar with the cards, So that's all. Okay.
So spark spray.
Yep.
Cycle. All right. Draw. Planes. 7 cards in hand and back to you.
I will draw. Play him out, and then I will say go. 4 cards.
Draw.
See, it would have been okay feeding all those lands to the Masticore if you were nice enough to let me keep it.
You have 4 cards in hand?
4 cards, yep.
Play out a morph.
Yeah, that's a morph.
And back to you.
I will draw. I will cast a Grim Lavamancer.
Okay.
And you can go.
End of turn, I'm going to unmorph my guy.
Yep, can't respond to it.
Yep.
Okay, that is an angel.
Draw. I'll get in there for fun.
I'll take it. Put you to 21 and I'm down to 18.
And back to you.
Cards in your hand?
I think I've still got the full grip of 7. Yep.
Yep, okay. And I've got 4. Untap. Draw. See you, brass. Go ahead.
Before.
I'm going to shoot it for 2.
Okay.
And then I will take a point to cast Pyrokinesis to deal 4 more to it.
Okay, so you got 17.
Yeah.
And what, 2 cards in hand?
3 cards in hand.
3 cards in hand. Alright, let's go on with number 2.
Okay.
Back to you.
Untap. Draw. Go ahead.
Swing.
Take it. So 25 to 13.
And I'll deal 1 damage to your Grim Lavamancer. Okay.
I'll do 2 to you in response.
Okay.
Untap. Draw.
7 cards in hand and you can go.
Go ahead. I'm going to reveal my hand at the end of this and you're going to laugh.
Alright. Swing for 4.
27 to 9.
I'm going to cast Clear on your aura.
Sure.
And 7 cards in hand and you can go.
Seal of Fire. Go ahead.
Yep. Swing for 4.
5 to 31.
And I'm going to play out Forgotten Cave and pass back to you.
Untap. Draw. Kitty. Meow. Go ahead.
Yeah, end of turn, I'm going to cycle Decree of Justice.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, game 1, I drew all the burn, except for when I needed it to. But, and then this game, I drew Aura and 3 Disenchants. And didn't have anything to deal with. I also had 2 Cities of Brass and a Battlefield Forge in my hand at the end of the game, so.
Yeah. No, I did have the Humility in hand, but then I drew the 2 Angels, so. But yeah, I had 2 swords and then 3 Renewed Face in hand.
Yeah, I needed to draw an Angel. That would have been nice for me. But not if you had the swords, obviously. But when you cycle cards, you end up getting, you take the cards that are okay, and then you end up getting the better cards out of your deck eventually. So, I figured that Blood Moon isn't very good against you since you're playing red. So.
Yeah, Blood Moon's pretty weak.
Yeah. So, oops. All right. So, in order to report, in the upper left-hand corner, it says Match Actions here, and then you can right. Oh no, sorry. It's a little handshake there. There it is.
Little handshake. Oh, there we go.
John wins 2-0.
I just have to confirm.
And then you have to confirm the results.
There we go.
It's pretty simple actually. So it's rather intuitive actually, and I like it. SlanFan put a lot of time into this. So
I sided out my 3 Astral Slides against you.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Brought in 2 cleansings and a Curse Totem.
Yeah, I get that. I just yeah, it's the freaking oh man, just drawing the wrong half of the deck both games.
Yeah.
It's like, how great would those disenchants have been in game number 1, and then how great would the burn spells been in game number 2. But
yep.
It's part of the game, right? What was the name of his creature? Exalted Angel. Yeah. So, all right. Thanks, John. Have a good one, man. Good luck in the rest of the day. Okay.
You too. Same to you, Rich.
Yep. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, we didn't get there. Yeah, his creature was Exalted Angel. It is. We'll bring it up in chat. All right. So card Exalted Angel. Okay, there you go. So 4/5 flyer for 6. However, it has morph, so you can play it as a face down 2/2 creature for 3 mana, and you can turn it face up for 2 and 2 white. It's a 4/5 flyer with lifelink. It's really good. Well, it's not. It's not really, because it's not lifelink because it's a trigger, so or whatnot. Okay, Durov wants me to spin the wheel, so we can do that. We will spin the wheel, and I didn't do that this yet, so I guess I should probably have done that before playing, right? So spinning that wheel, we're gonna see what color it rolls on. It is green, so we are going to change our frame from gray to green. So there we go with that. All right, so let's take a look again at our deck tonight. Pink Poo, because I don't know if it's any good. It's got some good cards. It's just I don't know if it's any good. So, but we've got Savannah Lions, we've got Grim Lavamancers, we've got Masticores, we've got Exalted Angels, and we've got Seals of Fire, we've got Incinerates, we've got Lightning Bolts, we've got Swords of Plowshares, Disenchants, and Blood Moons, and then we got some lands. So, yeah. Perfect for a Boros build. Yeah, the green frame is definitely perfect for a Boros build. Yes, I have it too. I just I casted game 1, and he had that enchantment on the table that made it so that it died pretty quickly. So yeah, I didn't board in the Honorable Passage. I didn't think that it would have been necessary, which obviously it would not have been with what happened in that game. But I did board in the Pyrokinesis because it is some extra damage to creatures and it could deal with either multiple tokens at one time, or it can deal with, you know, helping me finish off you know, Exalted Angels or whatnot. But you know, that didn't really work out for me, but that's okay. Maybe I should have brought in Wrath instead. Who knows? I don't know. You heard Baldovian Hordes was a good card. Who told you that? Because it's definitely not a very good card in Premodern. But yeah, Baldovian Horde is a 5/5 for 4, but when it enters the battlefield, you have to discard a card at random or sacrifice it. So, but yeah, Chase Rare from Alliances, and it was reprinted in what, 6th edition, I think it was too, where it you know, people thought that, you know, being a 5/5 for 4, it was going to be pretty disgustingly good, but it turned out to be mediocre at best. But do appreciate everybody who is here. So my regularly scheduled old school stream is Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, so you can join me on Tuesday nights, and I can play 3 rounds of old school with the Northern Paladins as part of the Tuesday night gauntlet, and then we'll be playing 3 rounds of Premodern for the Thursday night Throwdown every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So please don't forget to follow, turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. And if you have Amazon Prime and you link your Twitch account to it, that gives you Twitch Prime Gaming. You're allowed 1 free subscription each month to any of the great content that's out there. And if you use that subscription for me, definitely I appreciate that as well. So it looks like we got a decent amount of time left in the round, and 1, 2, 3 more matches still playing it out. So I'm going to take a quick break. All right, so please don't touch that dial. I'll be back in a few moments, and we'll be playing some more Premodern Magic. So stick around. Thanks everybody for sticking around through the break. I do appreciate it. We are in my very first Thursday night throwdown. 3 rounds of Premodern here on stream. So we are looking at our deck for tonight. I call it Pink Poo. It performed like poo in the first match because it suffered from the wrong half problem, where in game number 1 the enchantments are what killed me, and I was able to draw a burn but not enough burn. In game number 2 creatures killed me and I did not draw enough removal, and I had plenty of ways to deal with enchantments. But that's part of the game. Part of why we play the game is obviously things might look good or bad on paper, but you never know what is going to happen once you actually shuffle up and play these games. So I didn't want to play something that is just basically a facsimile of something that somebody else drew and put together. So that's why I played my own brew. And I might play some of the top tier decks at some point in time on the Thursday night throwdown. I do not know, but I do want to try to play what's going to make me happy and make me feel good about playing Premodern. So unless you play against Tron, you always know what's going to happen there. Yeah. So I'm not playing blue, so I don't have the card draw. I'm not playing all that cycling that John is playing, so I don't have the card draw to filter some things out and whatnot. So it is what it is. I'm not all that concerned about it. So, but we're having some fun, hanging out, playing Premodern. It's my first time having a completely totally dedicated Premodern stream where I'm playing. Now I did have a dedicated Premodern stream a while back where Aaron and Robin played some matches of Premodern, and I did play my first Premodern match on stream for New Year's Eve. But this is my first dedicated Premodern stream where I'm playing all of the matches. So we're hoping that we can get in the win column at some point in time but we will have to see. So, like I said, this is part of a weekly thing, Thursday night Throwdown, every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be playing Premodern here on the stream, so that is in conjunction with my regularly scheduled Tuesday night stream for Tuesday Night Old School, also at 8 p.m. Eastern. So, again, if you have not done so, please make sure that you follow, turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. And if you have Twitch Prime Gaming, you can use your free subscription on me. That would be totally awesome as well. So Premodern, for those not aware, is 4th edition through Scourge. You're allowed to use any preprints, any reprints as well. Hence the reason my Disenchants and Swords Plowshares are fine. I'm using. We'll take a look at the deck. You're going to see that I'm using the Khans of Tarkir fetch lands because they were less expensive than the Onslaught versions of them. Will I upgrade to Onslaught versions of fetch lands at some point? Probably. Is it going to be the near future? Probably not. So anytime I play fetch lands, they are going to be the Khans of Tarkir fetch lands. But they do what they're supposed to do. I'm going to play what I have, and we're going to see what we can do about bringing you some good content. So, Tuberov asking the questions. What do you feel is the state of MTG as a whole? Well, WotC is money hungry, and they have decided to pump out so many products that it is really hard to keep up with a format like Standard. But since paper Magic tournaments don't happen all that often, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? They are printing money when it comes to Commander product as well, and then they have their Arena stuff, and that's all well and good. I don't play Arena or whatnot, so I don't have to worry about what's good in Standard or whatever their new format flavor of the month is. That's what's good about playing these old non-WotC sanctioned events, is that I don't have to worry about what Wizards is doing and where Magic is. I think Commander was a good format until Wizards got involved with printing Commander product. I don't have a problem with Wizards integrating Commander into their rule set and whatnot. The game is completely and totally different. A game of Commander is completely and totally different with all these direct to Commander sets. And I left Modern almost 4 years ago because of the fact that they kept on printing these cards, that reprinting the cards, my stuff wasn't going to be all that valuable, and I couldn't land on a deck that I liked, and now they reprint cards into oblivion. I remember when the first Modern Masters came out, and they were very cognizant of the aftermarket value of cards that were out there. It's like, for example, Tarmogoyf. And they specifically said that they weren't going to flood the market with more reprints so that it would wreck the secondary market there. But they didn't care after that. And Tarmogoyf got printed in all the Modern Master sets, and now is worth pennies of what it used to be. And they kept on doing that with all the Modern cards. They just keep on reprinting them and reprinting them and reprinting them. So, what are you going to do at that point? They're just, Magic can't be an investment for anybody if you have to keep on dunking money into it over and over again, or if the stuff that you have is going down in value. And I get that Wizards of the Coast needs to make money, but I think there are better ways to do it. But we'll just have to see what they do. I mean, they've been making Magic cards for a very, very long time now, so we'll see what happens with the future. But it looks like everybody's done in round number 1, so we're going to be getting ready for round number 2 here in just a moment. Looking forward to seeing against whom we will be playing, and we will get our opponents in here as soon as we can. And it looks like we're going to be playing against Adam. So let's see what we can do and see if maybe we can get on the winning side. I can get on that scoreboard with that. So let's again take a look at tonight's deck, and we'll see what I can do about. I don't have to hunt down my opponents for this. It's great when it comes to Tolaria, because everybody is you just click a button and you're in your opponent's you're in the same room as your opponent, and things are great. It's not like on Tuesday Night Magic where I have to hunt down my opponents and get them to join my whereby room. We're all logged into a Tolaria all in one shot, and it's pretty cool. So looking forward to using this Tolaria app a lot more. And then that's what it's called, Tolaria.app. If you want to go ahead and try it out for yourself, you can. I mean, it's meant specifically for like older formats and things like that. Hey, Adam, how's it going?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well. I am doing well. So let's. Here we go.
It's fun to see your name pop up because I played against you in the Tuesday night old school events a few years ago. I'm much more comfortable with this format than old school stuff.
Yeah, so I'm new to Premodern, so it's like my deck is not it doesn't fit into an established archetype. And then like last round, I drew the wrong half of the deck both games. It's just one of those things where my opponent did one thing in game number one, and then and I drew this half of the deck, and then he did this thing in game number two, but I drew this half of the deck. It was it's quite comical, actually. You have to love when stuff like that happens. It's like the RNG gods, of course, don't always bow down to anybody.
For sure. That happened in one of my monthly games. I thought I knew what my opponent was on, and I was feeling good, and then game two, I was like, "You're doing what?" And just got annihilated.
I mean, it was real easy to figure out what my opponent was doing early on. It just I wasn't able to handle what he did either game because, like I said, I just drew the wrong half of the deck both games. It was just quite comical. So.
Fair enough. Do you want to call odds or evens?
Sure, I'll call evens.
10, you've got it.
Alrighty, I will play first thing. Good luck, my friend.
Cool, good luck.
Where are you from, Adam?
Yes. No, I was part of the DC crew for a long time, but we temporarily moved out to Texas for work.
Yes. Okay, now I remember. Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully you haven't seen this deck before.
I will keep this hand.
I have no idea what you're on, so I'll keep this as well. Yeah, I'll keep this.
Okay. Mountain into a Grim Lavamancer. Go ahead.
All right.
I am not on Mono Red Burn. I'll tell you that right now.
I will also, in return, I will tell you I'm not on Stasis. I'll play a Black Vice.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
And I'll
5
pass turn.
All right. Upkeep. I will take a point. I'm at 19.
Yep.
I will draw a card. And I will play a Flooded Strand. And I will fetch out a Plains.
Okay.
So I'm at 18.
Yeah.
As soon as I get that Plains.
Excellent choice with the Portal Plants.
Oh, thank you. So last summer, summer 2020, whatever, at COVID time, you just can't figure it all out. Summer 2020, I bought a collection because of the fact that it had an Enlightened Tutor and a Mystical Tutor. I bought the collection for $20 and flipped both of those cards real quick.
That's
whatever.
Fantastic.
And then I put the box away. Not a big deal. So, like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, something, I came across the box of cards and started looking through for Premodern cards because I knew that, that was from the era of which this stuff came. I'm going to attack for 1.
Down to 19.
Yeah. So, anyway, there was about 150 or so Portal and Portal 2 basic lands in there. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah. So I was pretty excited about that. Go ahead. 5 cards.
Untap, draw. I will play an island.
Okay.
And I will attempt to hoodwink the planes back to your hand.
That's not very nice.
I told you it wasn't stasis. I didn't say it was nice.
No, that's fine.
I will pass the turn.
End step, I'm going to lightning bolt you.
That's fair. Down to 16 I go.
Untap. Upkeep, 5 cards. So I take 1. I'm at 17. Draw. Planes. Attack for 1. Go ahead.
15 we go. Untap, draw. I'll play Rashad Port.
Yep. And I'll play a Tangle Wire. Tangle Wire? That's a thing. Okay.
Yep. And I will pass turn.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. It doesn't matter which way you have your triggers because I'm going to hit you for 2.
Yep. Correct. And that brings me down to 13.
And tap it for the Tangle Wire. 5 cards. I'll take a point.
All right. 16.
All right. I will draw. And then I will play another planes, and I will say go.
Okay.
5 cards still.
All right, Tangle Wire's on 3.
Yep.
1, 2, and 3, and I'll draw.
Damien saying that he likes your Dan Matt.
Oh, why? Thank you. It's a fan favorite. It looks so much better over webcam just when it's blown up this large.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea what you're doing, so I'll just play another black voice.
Okay, seems fair.
And I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep, I'll take 1, and I'll tap...
2, since I have 2 black voices.
Oh, yep, sorry, 2. 14, and I'll tap my 3 lands.
Okay.
And then I will draw. And I will play another planes, and I will attack you for 1.
Down to 12 we go.
Sounds good. Go ahead. 5 cards.
At the end of your turn, I'll peek at your hand, so you reveal your hand, and I draw a card.
Okay, so you can see that I have 4 lands and a Swords of Plowshares.
That's probably not going to be very helpful for you.
No, probably not.
I'll untap. I go to 2 on Tangle Wire. 1, 2, and draw for turn. Play an island. And I'll boomerang a mountain back to your hand. Or actually,
Sure.
I'll boomerang the... Oh, it doesn't even matter. I'll boomerang a mountain back. Or the Lavamancer back to your hand.
Oh. I'm going to respond. I'm going to swords it.
Yep.
I'm going to gain a life.
Yeah. Yep. You get cards out of your hand.
Yep. Brings me down to 4. I'm under the vice.
Mm-hmm. And I'll pass turn to you.
Okay. Untap.
And I'll tap down a mountain.
Okay.
With the port.
And I'll tap the 2 planes.
Okay.
4 cards. No vice damage. Draw. Mountain. Go ahead.
Untap. Yeah, if you keep having lands, you're going to get under that vice. Untap. 1, draw. I will... I'm just going to pass the turn.
End step, incinerate you.
In response, I'll Arcane Denial it.
Okay. And it's at the beginning of my upkeep.
Yep. You can draw up to 2.
I can draw up to 2.
Yep, and I draw 1.
Okay.
So we'll go to your turn.
Okay, I'm going to untap. You've got a bunch of triggers.
Yes.
So tell me
so
which order they're going to go.
In order in which I will have the Tangle Wire resolve first, and then the Arcane Denial, and the Black Vice will resolve last.
Okay, so Tangled Wire resolves first.
Yep.
Arcane Denial, 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I'll take 2 from the Vice.
Okay.
13.
Yep.
Did you draw for Arcane Denial?
I did. I drew my 1.
Okay. And then I will draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
I will play a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And I will cast a Grim Lavamancer.
I will attempt to Arcane Denial that as well.
Okay. And then I will cast a Masticore.
That seems like a bigger problem.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
It's almost like I know what I was doing when I was playing my spells the way that I played them.
I'm desperately trying to draw cards here.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, so, yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so upkeep. Tangle Wire will go to 0, and you can draw up to 2 cards.
Yeah, I'll draw 2. I'm okay with that. With
I'll draw
Masticore on the
1
table.
on my upkeep, and then I'll draw 1 for turn.
Yeah.
Or I'll untap, draw 1 for turn. You're tapped out, you say?
I am tapped out. Yes, somebody helped me with that.
Love to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play an island.
But I mean, I'm sure a Masticore probably is pretty decent there, helping me tap some mana there. So.
Yeah. Then I'll tap 4 for a Parallax Tide.
Parallax Tide. Okay.
I will I'll use it 5 times and just hold priority throughout all of this.
Okay, what am I keeping then?
You will keep a planes.
Keep a planes. Okay.
And so before any of those resolve, I'm going to play a Chain of Vapor targeting the Parallax Tide.
Okay. All right. So these are gonna be gone forever. Yep.
Yep. And then I'll sacrifice an island.
Okay.
And I'll throw a Chain of Vapor at your Masticore.
Okay.
And I have a Parallax Tide in hand, and I will pass the turn.
Untap. I'm gonna take 2, 4.
Okay.
I'm at 9.
Yep.
I will draw. I will play the Battlefield Forge. And I will say go.
Alright, I'll untap, the Tangle Wire goes away.
Okay.
And I will draw for turn. I'll play an island,
Sure.
and I'll throw out a Tangle Wire,
Okay.
and I'll go to pass turn.
End step. Disenchant on the Tangle Wire. What? Disenchant on the Tangle Wire.
I was looking away for a second, so I actually didn't see what you flipped over. But yes, disenchant on the Tangle Wire.
Okay.
And then I'll pass turn to you, and I'll tap down the plants.
In response, I'm going to take a point, and I'm going to incinerate you.
Yeah, so you're at 8, and I'm down to 11. I'm down to 9.
You're down to 9. I am under the vice, though, when the vices go to resolve.
That's irritating. Well done. Yeah, you got it.
All right, I will draw. Reflecting pool. Go ahead.
All right. Untap, draw. I'll play an island. And I'll play a Parallax Tide.
Okay.
And we'll just cut to the chase, and I'll temporarily exile all 3 of those lands.
Okay.
And I will exile 2 of them.
Okay. Well, Which ones are you doing?
You can keep a planes, or actually, you can keep a. You can keep a planes.
I can keep the planes. Okay.
And I'll pass turn over to you, and on your upkeep, I'll tap the planes down.
Sure.
Or you're still under vice.
Yep, 4. And then I'm gonna play a City of Brass because that seems like a really good play when you have a port on the table. But I'd rather take 1 from the City of Brass than take 2 from the vices. So
Exactly.
you can go.
Alright. End of turn, I will activate Parallax Tide. Yeah, and I'll exile the planes.
Okay.
And then I'll untap, and on upkeep, Parallax Tide goes to 1.
Sure.
And I'll draw. I'll play forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I will pass turn to you.
Okay. Upkeep.
Okay, upkeep at the city.
Awesome. I'll take a point. I'm at 7.
Okay.
I will draw for turn. And I will say go. 5 cards.
Alright. Untap, Parallax Tide is at 0, so next turn it goes away.
Yep.
Draw. I will. I'm just gonna go ahead and pass the turn to you,
Untap.
and I'll tap the City of Brass.
I'll take a point from that, and I'll take 2 more from the vices. I'm at 4.
Alright.
5 cards. Draw. Battlefield Forge.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a point down to 3 for a Savannah
Alright.
Alliance.
You got it.
4 cards. Go ahead.
Or sorry, actually, for Savannah Lions. Sorry, I'll Arcane Denial it.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't. I was staring at that in my hand. I was like, oh,
That's
Savannah
fine.
Lion, sure.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Alright, untap.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have the Arcane Denial resolve first.
All right. And
So
it's a
you
May,
draw-
right? I don't have to draw?
You may draw up to 2.
I'm just going to...
It's a May.
May draw up to 2 cards at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. No, I'm good.
Okay, so I'll draw 1 for Arcane Denial.
Mm-hmm.
And then Parallax Tide goes away and all your lands come back.
Cool.
And I'll draw for turn.
Yep. Are you going to tide my stuff away again?
You aren't wrong. I'll play a Parallax Tide.
Yeah.
You have 5 lands?
I currently have 5 total lands, yes.
I will move to exile, okay, 1 by 1. I'll exile the Forge.
Are you holding priority while you're doing this, or no?
No. The untapped Forge, I'll attempt to exile.
Okay.
Then the
F6.
Reflecting, okay, Reflecting Pool, I'll attempt to exile.
F6. I've got no responses.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and do the rest.
Okay.
And then I'll play an Ankh Mishra,
Okay.
and I'll pass the turn.
That seems good for you.
Yes.
All right. That is game, my friends.
Burn is arguably the one thing I want to see the least while playing this deck.
What was that?
Burn is one of the things I want to see the absolute least while playing this deck.
Yeah,
It's instant
yeah.
speed, it's cheap.
Right. And I mean, I've got stuff that I can do that's pretty quick, which isn't terrible. So,
Yeah.
what you
And
gonna
my
do?
sideboard is pretty atrocious against you, I think. I sold out to beat elves.
Ha. That's funny.
I don't know if funny is what we're going, but I want to hear my opponent say it.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
So, the Parallax Tides, I know that like they're the new hotness when it comes to Premodern, but
Yeah.
my my stream sponsor has been very generous when it comes to Premodern cards for me, and I've had Parallax Tides set aside since September before it became the new hotness.
That's perfect. Yeah, they're brutal. It's kind of, I've had this deck built for quite a while now. It's just, it's a little bit on the meaner side, so I don't play it that much. But yeah, I'm not surprised that somebody realized, oh wait, if I'm just playing Sealed Cleansing anyway, or I'm playing Chain of Vapor anyway, I can just make it a one-sided Armageddon.
Yeah, well, like I said, I just started playing Premodern. I played my very first Premodern match on New Year's Eve. So, but I had been, entering some brewing space before that, and the fact that that Parallax Tide is a deck, and it was something that I was thinking of putting together before I actually officially started playing Premodern. I think that it's just kind of funny that it came to fruition. But.
Yeah, I know they aren't that good. I just really like the fading cards. I keep thinking in my head if there's a way, like, the correct answer is replenish. But I'm like, can I get a deck with Parallax Tide, Parallax Wave, Parallax Inhibitor, which is the one that increases fading counts? Like, it might be worth doing something spicy for fun, seeing what happens.
Yeah. I'll keep.
Oh, I absolutely can't keep that. Absolutely not. Are you playing in the monthly this month, the big one?
No, I don't play monthlies.
Gotcha.
No. So, one of the cards that's in my sideboard, which is not going to affect you, so I'll talk about it. The one that I was laughing at was Honorable Passage. Because the wording on Honorable Passage from back in the day is different from the Oracle text. So it just... it's just kind of funny because the way it's worded, it looks like it would prevent a lot more damage than it does. Like, for example, the Yonka Mishra.
Oh, yeah.
But it only prevents the next time. It's worded properly for modern convention as well. But it's funny that it's worded the way it is.
Yeah, because that could be a whole lot different if it wasn't changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing, I had sideboard that would have been better against a bunch of decks, but I was so scared of elves. I'm packing like I think 3 hibernation, 4 mana mazes in the sideboard. Or I just want to see some deck like Suicide Black that I can play mana maze against, and you can't play the deck spell can't be the same color as the one before it. All right, we are putting that on the bottom of the deck, and good luck.
You as well. We're going to go with a Plains into a Savannah Alliance, and I'm going to say go.
Yep, that's probably what you want. I'll play Island and pass.
Okay. Going to untap, and I'm going to draw. And I'm going to play a City of Brass, and I'm going to attack for 2.
Down to 18 we go.
And then I'm going to tap the City of Brass for a point to me to cast a Seal of Fire.
Hey, fair enough. All right.
And you can go. 4 cards.
Draw, yeah. I'll play an Island, and I'll play Chill.
Sure.
So red spells cast 2 more.
Yep. I know what that card does.
All right, I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
Down to 16.
And you can go. 5 cards.
All right, untap, draw. Island. I'll play Tanglewire.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
Untapped artifact, creature, or land. Okay. So I'll tap all of them. I'll take a point from my City of Grass.
It's at times like these I wish it said enchantment.
Yeah. Draw. Go ahead.
Alright, untap 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I'll draw for turn. Island.
Yep.
And alright, so you're still at 3. I'll go for another chill.
Sure.
And I'll pass turn.
I'll take a point on my upkeep, tap all 3.
Alright.
I'm at 17.
Hmm?
Draw. Go ahead.
Untap.
7 cards.
2, draw. I mean, that's one way to do this.
Just draw another chill.
Not exactly. Island.
Another tangle wire.
You are totally far off. Like
Smokestack.
Sometimes. I'll hoodwink the planes back to your hand.
Okay.
And I'll play an Ankh of Mishra.
Sure.
And I'll pass the turn.
Okay, I take a point on my upkeep.
Yep.
Draw. I'll take 2. Go ahead.
Hey.
Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'll get rid of the Swords of Plowshares. Go ahead.
Yeah, swords probably isn't what you're looking for.
No, but I kept the swords in just in case I needed to swords my guys to gain extra life.
Oh yeah, that in prior games like 2 or 3 life can make all the difference.
Yeah.
I'll untap, draw. I will. Savannah Lions, yeah, 1-drop creatures are not my friend over here. I want to stay alive. I'm gonna hoodwink the Tanglewire back to my hand.
Sure.
And then I'll replay the Tanglewire.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn after that with 1 card in hand.
Untap. Upkeep. I'm going to take a point to disenchant one of the chills.
For sure.
So I'm at 13.
Mm-hmm.
Draw. Go ahead.
And you still have that Seal of Fire hanging out.
Correct.
Okay, so 3 for Tanglewire, and I'll tap the Ankh, the Tanglewire, and the land. I'll draw.
You know what I also don't have is another land.
Yeah.
I mean, it's turn 7, and I don't have a 3rd land. It's pretty ridiculous.
Like, I hate to see games like that. Like,
I mean, it is what it is. You're playing to win. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I'll play an Ankh of Mishra.
Sure.
And pass the turn.
How many cards are in your hand?
1.
Okay. Untap.
Yep.
Upkeep. I'm going to take a point to disenchant the other chill.
Yep, you got it.
And then I'll tap the lion. So I'm at 12, you're at 16.
Mm-hmm.
I will draw for turn. I'll play land. Holy cow.
You take 4.
I will take 4.
Yep.
And then I will play a Grim Lavamancer.
Yep.
And I will say go. 5 cards in hand.
Yeah. I'm not going to live super long if that stays out there. 2, so I'm at 16, you're at 8.
Yeah.
Untap, draw. Better to be lucky than good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drop another Tangle Wire.
Okay.
Brute force this. And I'll pass the turn.
End step. Sack the seal to do 2 to you.
For sure. 14.
Untap. Upkeep. Incinerate you.
Yep. 11.
And then I'm going to take a point
Yep.
to remove the swords and the seal to do 2 to you.
Yep. To 9 I go.
And then I will tap the lion.
Okay.
4 cards.
Alright.
Draw. 5 cards. Go ahead.
Alright, so that goes to 1, that goes to 3 for a total of 4 artifacts. And I draw. 4. I'll pass turn to you.
Untap. Upkeep, I'll take a point and tap these 4.
Okay. So 6.
I'm at 6.
Yep.
Draw. Attack for 2.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, down to 7.
Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 cards.
Alright, end of turn. I'm gonna hoodwink the Tangle Wire back to my hand. The one with 1.
Sure.
Untap. 2 and draw. Island? No, not playing an island. Absolutely not playing an
I
island.
would have been okay with that.
How about a Tangle Wire?
Alright.
And I'll play another Ankh.
Sure.
What a weird board state.
Tapped Ankh still hurts because we go by contemporary magic rules, so artifacts do not shut off.
Correct. And I will pass turn.
With the exception of those that have the errata. So that would be Static Orb, Winter Orb, and Howling Mine.
Yeah. I'll pass turn to you. Tangle Wire for 6.
Untap. Upkeep. I'm going to use a Grim Lavamancer to hit you for 2.
Down to 5.
And I am going to Swords of Plowshares my lion.
That might actually be the game right there.
Brings me up to 8.
Yeah.
And then I'll take a point down to 7.
Yep.
I will draw for turn. Thinking. You have 1 card, right?
1 card in hand.
Okay. And we know because you made a mistake that it's an island.
That is correct.
Okay, so go ahead, 6 cards.
Alright. Untap. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw. I'll pass turn.
So untap. Upkeep 2 to you.
Down to 3.
And I will take 1.
Alright. 6, 3.
Yep. Draw. Go ahead. 7 cards.
0, 2. Untap. Draw. Pass turn.
So it's 2, right?
Yeah, only 2.
I'll take a point.
Okay.
I'm at 5. Draw. Attack for 1.
Down to 2.
Seal of Fire.
Yeah, you got it. Ooh. That was such a strange hand. The game plan doesn't play onk 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 until you live long enough.
Triple onk meant that I couldn't play another land and kept drawing them, but
I had the same problem. My hand was 3 islands by the end of that.
yeah. I mean, you did a hell of a lot with those cards, though. So
yeah, so. Tangle Wire is a hell of a card. I'll be on the play for a final game.
Okay.
I was also hoping, like, once I saw that hand, I was like, okay, so there's 2 Tangle Wires, and if I assume you're going to disenchant one of the chills, but if one of the chills could have stayed there, I think I could have kept you off of useful things for a while.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got up to 3 lands, but, I mean, I did draw a bunch more, but I wasn't going to keep on taking damage from them.
Yeah.
The Swords of Plowshares was okay, but it would have been better if you didn't play a 3rd Ankh. Because
yes.
if you didn't play the 3rd Ankh, I get to play another land, and I get to do a little bit more that game. But
For sure.
So that was definitely a thing with the chills and the Tangle Wire. That's pretty cool for you.
Yeah. The one thing I didn't want to see was a turn 1 Savannah Alliance.
Yeah. It seems like it's pretty decent.
Yep.
And I get Savannah Alliance doesn't see a lot of play in Premodern, does it? It doesn't seem like
it really
it does.
doesn't. It's kind of surprising to me. But like, there's something to be said that so many decks are trying to do fancy things. Sometimes you just need 2 damage per turn.
Right.
I'll hold on to this hand. Yeah, I think every Mother of Runes is obviously liked a lot.
Yeah.
And then I have the silly cleric deck, which was my other option for playing tonight. Because Savannah Lines, I feel like it's just there's no real home for it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna throw this back.
Okay.
I had plenty of mana to cast my spells. In that I had 3 Cities of Brass and I had a Reflecting Pool.
I would have I would love to see that.
You probably would have been okay with something like that because that means that my Cities of Brass are going to do damage to me and whatnot. Old School Guard, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. We are in game number 3 of round number 2 of my debut of the Thursday night throwdown for Premodern. So,
And you're holding your own.
I'm holding my own this match, yes. Yeah. Not so much in the first one, though.
I have so much more fun when I'm playing people and I don't know what's coming in the deck. Like, play whatever you want.
I'll try it.
Okay. Good to go, or at least good enough?
Yeah, good enough, I guess. Yeah.
Alright. Island Blackface.
Sure.
And I'll pass turn.
Okay, so that was part of my plan, was that mulligan, right?
Yep, I hate
take
seeing
2.
people mulligan against me.
18. Draw. Mountain Grim Lavamancer. Go ahead.
You got it. Untouched, draw. I'll play a Rashad Port.
Yep.
And I'll pass turn. And on upkeep, tap the mountain.
Okay. And I take
Please
a point
don't hold
from
me.
the Vice.
Okay. Excellent.
Draw.
And you're good to go.
Yep. Flooded strands. I'll take a point to get a plains.
Okay.
And then I'll attack you for 1.
Down to 19.
And you can go.
Alright. Untap. Draw. Play an island. And... I don't know what to do.
Enter your
Cards in
scoop
hand?
face.
Um,
Tangle wire, duh.
I mean, that's usually the right option. I won't lie. But I'm just gonna go ahead and... I'll hoodwink the planes back to your hand.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
Untap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I take 2.
Alright.
14.
Yep.
Draw. Flooded strand.
Alright. 13.
13. And then I'm going to attack for 1.
Down to 18.
And you can go.
Alright. Okay. Draw.
6 cards.
I'll play an island.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and hoodwink a planes back to your hand.
Okay.
And I'll pass turn after that.
7 cards.
Alright.
Upkeep.
And on upkeep, tap them out.
Then I will shoot you for 2.
You got it. So I'm down to 16, and you're down to 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Draw. I'll play up planes and I will say go.
Okay. Draw. Cards in hand.
7.
I'll go for a Parallax Tide,
Okay.
and I'll exile both lands,
Okay.
and I'll pass turn.
I'll take 3. On
Mhm.
7. Draw. I'll play the other planes that you know I have, and I'll attack
Yeah.
for 1.
Down to 15.
Go ahead.
Untap. Parallax Tide goes to 2. Draw. Island. I'll play Black Dice,
Sure.
and I will pass turn. On upkeep, I'll go to tap the planes down.
I'm at 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a City of Brass, and I'm going to tap it.
Fair enough. Yeah, it makes such a huge difference being on the player of the draw with this deck.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, is what it is. Like, I didn't... Alright. So, if I could have gotten a 3rd land on the table, then I get the Aura of Silence. But,
Yeah.
the 2 Hoodwinks were huge, so...
Yeah, it's like Hoodwink is such a dumb card that nobody remembers, and then it has such. It's one of the most critical cards for the deck somehow.
Yeah. It was definitely good for you in a couple of those games. So
Yeah, it also lets you refresh the Tangle Wires and the Parallax Tides, which
Yeah.
is something I
and
didn't even
if I could
consider
have,
when I built the
if
deck.
I could have, I kept the Blood Moons in. I have Blood Moon in the main deck. If I could have
Oh,
gotten
nice.
the Blood Moon out, I would have cast that before the Aura of Silence.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so that you can't tap my stuff over and over again. But
I really do hope you punish someone with Blood Moon in the last round.
it's probably not going to happen. Not the way that my luck is going. But you know,
If it makes you-
I played. It's like game 1 against you. I didn't really get lands, and then
Yeah.
game 2 was because of that early Savannah Alliance. And then game 3, you wouldn't let me have land number 3, which is obviously it's part of your strategy. And the fact that with all of the burn spells in my deck that I wasn't able to cast a single one of them was
that's horrible.
Pretty good for you. But
I was just waiting to get bolted or incinerated, and that just
right. And once I could have started doing that, but no. Instead, I drew 2 Exalted Angels, and I drew, the City of Brass and a Battlefield Forge, and I had the Blood Moon. So obviously not bad cards, but they're cards that I wish that were not in my hand. So
but I'm happy to see you in the Premodern fold, and I hope I'll see you on Thursday night some more.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be playing every Thursday night, so.
Cool. But it was good to see a familiar name.
Yep.
And good luck in your last round.
Yep. You too. Thank you.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Well, not doing so well, but we got one more round to go. Let's take a look at what we are running tonight in today's deck. This is my Pink Poo deck, and obviously it is true to its name. It is acting like poo. It is not doing what it's supposed to do. Hey, at least I won a game that time, right? Though, so it's not all bad at that point. But so I've been running some decent white cards and some decent red cards, and together the concept is sound. However, even though the concept is sound, in practice it has not been doing all so well. But here's what it is. Not a big deal. We'll see what we can do in the final round. That game, I did board in the 2 red elemental blasts, the pulverize, and the auras of silence. So I never did get to 3 mana in game number 3. I never did get a second mountain. The card I did not show him was that the fact that the pulverize was in my hand. But the Blood Moon would have made it so that I would have had the additional mountains to sacrifice. But that did not happen either, because I never got a chance to have 3 untapped mana on my turn so that I could actually cast 3 mana spells. But that's how my opponent's deck works, and I can't fault my opponent for playing their deck the way that it was meant to be played. But, we got okay, so it looks like there is still one more match that is to be played. I'm not exactly sure where they stand in their match, but typically the Premodern is going to go a little bit faster than the old school matches. More often than not, the games are going to go a little bit quicker, and even if it comes to 3 games, things are going to get done a little bit quicker than say old school. So when it comes to the round time for the Thursday night Throwdown, I think that for the most part they're not going to go to time all that often. But I say that now, but who knows what's going to happen. So don't touch that dial. I'll be back. I do have one more round to play, so please stick around. evening and welcome back. I do appreciate you all sticking around through the break. I think we need to spin that wheel again. Let's go with that color chooser, shall we? Let's see what we can do to spin that wheel, and maybe we can get some luck on our side with a different color for the frame that's around me. Spinning that wheel, and what color will it choose? Did it really go back to green? Yeah, no. That doesn't count. No. Let's do it again. Going back to green. Come on. That's actually never happened before. Like, even when I had, like, the big wedges, it's never happened before. But, all right, gold. All right, we'll go with gold. All right, I'll be a legend for the last round. Let's hope that we can turn this around for round number 3, and maybe we can actually win a match. So it looks like all of the matches are done. The one match just needs to report. They are just chit-chatting after their round, but they probably are not aware that they are the last 2 people who are playing. But I do appreciate everybody who is here. All right, so this is my regular Premodern stream. I'll be playing 3 rounds of Premodern Magic in the Thursday night Throwdown every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then that is going to also be accompanied by my Tuesday night stream, my regular old school Magic stream, where I play 3 rounds of old school Magic on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. So appreciate everybody who is here and who is supporting with the likes and the follows and the subscriptions and being active in chat. I definitely appreciate it, so thank you very much for that. So this is our deck for tonight. I called it Pink Poo because of the fact that it had a possibility to end up playing like poo. It's got a lot of good white cards and a lot of good red cards, just not quite getting the plan to come together yet. So we'll have to see if maybe we can do that in round number 3. Now that we are currently 0-2. But we'll see what happens. It's not that big of a deal. All right. But, so, like I said, Savannah Lions, I don't think that it sees a lot of play in Premodern. I'm not exactly sure why. Pretty aggressive creature for 1 mana. It's 2/1. And then Masticore did get to see play in round number 1, but there was a humility. So, do I ever not play like poo? I mean, who plays with red cards? Yeah, I got you there. So that's my buddy Matt there. So, yeah, I didn't want to play straight burn. That seems like pretty caca. I don't want to be that guy who is playing, on the Thursday night Throwdown and always playing like super aggressive and super spiky and whatnot. So I also wanted to play a different deck tonight, but my order from TCG Player did not arrive. So yes, Card Garden is great, but Card Garden does not have every single card known to man. So I do have to order cards from out and about if I cannot find them locally. Yes, I do like to spend money in my with my local game stores. But again, some of these cards from Premodern are pretty inexpensive and not very well sought after. So that means that locally, I would either have to paw through a whole bunch of cards that are like a commons bin or something along those lines, or most of the local stores aren't even going to have an idea what I'm talking about or have the cards at all. So when it comes to rares, maybe I can find some stuff. So like the Exalted Angels, I was able to find at a local store called Larger Than Life. They had 3 of them in their binder, and they're pretty beat up, and I got them at a really good price because of the fact that they're pretty beat up, which is nice. Exalted Angel is a pretty decent Magic card when it comes to old school. So and it looks like round 3 is up, and we're going to be playing against Duncan. So let's get ready to welcome Duncan to the stream as soon as he is here and available, and then we will play in round number 3. and we will see if we can actually get on the plus side. But Duncan likes to play some spicy decks, so we do not know what he's going to be running, but I'm going to assume that it is something not very conventional when it comes to old school pre-modern Magic, similar to what I'm doing. Not like the deck that I'm playing, but probably something that is going to be a little farther from one of the tier decks than most of what we're going to see. So who knows? But anyway, Matt, how you doing, man? It's been a little while since you joined. I'm hoping that you and your family are well. Yeah, so let's again take a look at our deck. I gotta be extremely careful with picking and choosing which scenes that I show, because of the fact that I have different scenes set up here in OBS. For pre-modern and for old school, doing well, staying busy with the kids. Good. How are you guys? Good. My son just got his second COVID shot, and which is good. And he's only 8, so it's going to be a while before he can get a booster. They have to approve them still, but stepping in the right direction, of course. My wife works hard, and I love her to death, and the fact that she has basically told me that I don't need to work is kind of cool. Oh, and there we are. We got Duncan. Hey, man, how's it going? Maybe we have Duncan. You're frozen, man.
Oh, I'm frozen.
I see your face. Oh, now I see your hands. Okay. And now we see the cool Kurt Ape playmat. How have you been, my friend? It's been a little while.
It has been. It's been a long time. I've been good, yeah. Not playing as much Magic as, prime COVID times.
Yeah.
Prime webcam COVID times, but still trying to get some games in.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
How do you like Tolaria so far?
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I really am. I'm actually kind of like blown away.
Damien is in the chat on the stream, and he says hello.
Oh, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Hey, wait, is this the same? Is this Damien who just
who plays with us in the Tuesday Night Gauntlet? Yeah.
And made the finals of the 1.5 league?
Yep, that Damien. Yep. Our buddy from Argentina. Yep.
The legend, the man, the myth. The
yeah.
legend.
Yep. Excuse me.
That's one of the prouder old school achievements that I think I've seen, and that's wild. Yeah, good to see you, Damien. Yeah, you've been doing the stream, right? Are you doing 2 nights a week now?
I'm doing 2 nights. This is my first time doing. Last week was the first Thursday night Throwdown, but I didn't stream it. I wanted to use Tolaria, get comfortable with it for the first time. I didn't want to be fiddling around with it on the stream, So this is my first Thursday night stream, and I'm looking forward to doing this every single week. And Damien is saying, "Go Walls."
Dude, seriously, go Walls. I mean, that's just what an achievement. Yeah. So I think this is great that Aaron's taken this on. Brilliant idea. I think we desperately needed a second weekly event.
Yes, and the cool thing about doing Premodern as a weekly event is that you don't get stuck playing a deck for a month.
Yes.
And that's one of the pitfalls of old school as well. But at least with old school, there's enough variety when it comes to formats that you can play pickup games in another format or whatever. But getting stuck playing a deck that hates you or you hate, playing it in a monthly league, especially because of COVID, you're playing 6, 7, 8 opponents now. It's just it's a lot of Magic with the same deck in a given month. So
it's crazy. I mean, I think the 6 of the Neos League is about as many as I really would want to play. I'm done. And the timing of this
was really good. So I'm definitely looking forward to more. I'm looking forward to picking up some more cards and building different decks and whatnot. I'm not. It's not going to be like when I first started my old school stream where, I played like 47 different decks in my first year. I'm probably going to bounce around and play some decks different times or whatever once I get my collection up to snuff. I concentrated more on rares at first, and then now I'm trying to fill in with cheaper commons and uncommons, and some of the lower end rares as well. But I just wanted to make sure that I got that. Oh, so leagues. All right, yeah, that's a good question. So with the leagues, you get league pairings at the beginning of a month, at the beginning of the league, and you have to schedule your matches in. You have like 3 or 4 weeks to schedule like 6, 7, or 8 matches against all the people in your pod, and then there's a cut to like top 16 or top 8 or whatever. So if there's 8 pods, then the winner of each pod goes for a single elimination playoff, which means that you have to keep the same deck together for a month. And if you make the playoff, that means that you have to, you keep it together for almost 2 months because you have to work on the playoffs. Where, this is Thursday night Throwdown. You play a deck for 3 rounds tonight, and then if you don't like it, it's gone. And if you do like it, you play it some more. That's the cool thing. Most
I'm getting my butt kicked tonight.
Same.
Which is great, like whatever. But like, if I were stuck playing 8 rounds of this, and I'm like, 3, just 3. I mean, jeez.
Like, I think that if I had to play 8 rounds of this, maybe it would start eventually to work. I don't know, but who knows?
Right. Yeah, that's true. But then you're like, if you're doing the league, you're like you're 0-3, and now you've got to schedule 5 more matches.
Right. Yeah, if you're 0-3 and you got to play 5 more opponents, it's like, ugh, what a slog. And you don't want to be that guy that just doesn't schedule the matches, and just drops out. So, but yeah, most leagues will start in the first week of the month. There are some of the leagues for different old school formats and such that are trying to start off, stagger it, so they're starting in the middle of the month as well, because people want to play in multiple leagues, but it's really tough when they all start at the exact same time of the month. So that little stagger is nice. Like X Point Old School, I believe, starts on the 15th of the month, or right there in the middle, and there was another couple of leagues that are trying to move around too. The North American Old School Neos League is the big old school one, and then there's a Premodern League, and then there's other formats as well, like 1.5 and 7-point singleton and X Point Old School. Just so much stuff, so much webcam games out there with real Magic cards. It's actually pretty cool, and I honestly I'm sad that there aren't even more people who are content creators for the number of leagues that are out there. There are just so few people who stream their things. So.
Oh, I know. There are very few. And the number of formats has exploded. The number of really well-run leagues is just incredible now. It's kind of overwhelming almost.
All right, you want to choose even or odd?
I'll call odd.
Okay. It is odd. It is a 5.
First win of the night.
Woot!
Yes.
I assume you're playing first, right?
I will play first.
All right. Good luck, my friends.
Thank you, man. I'm having trouble drawing mana. I have mana! Yes! Alright.
I have lands, I have spells.
Exactly, yes. I can keep this hand.
I can keep this as well.
Okay. I will go Heath, take an ouch.
Okay,
Crack
I'm
it.
winning!
Yeah, you are. And then Forest into Llanowar.
Forest into Llanowar Elf. All right. And that's got some cool artwork or stamps on it. What do you got on there? Oh, a top 8 from Cam Jam.
Cam Jam.
Yeah, nice.
Little underground league. Single elimination. So I had to win. It was like the March Madness, basically.
Yeah. I'm gonna play a Plains, and I don't like your elf, so I'm gonna Swords him now.
Oh.
Give you that life back.
Healthy boy dies.
And you can go.
Okay. Tap. All right. I'll play a land grant.
Revealing your hand?
Revealing no land cards.
Okay. I can't see exactly what you got going on, so.
I'll tell you what. Also, I'll try to get a little closer and tell you. I've got 2 river boas.
Okay.
I've got 2
2
giant,
giant growths. And an elvish spirit guide. Okay. Seems good.
I'm going to grab myself a forest.
Something tells me there's about to be a river boa on the table.
Oh, you have good foresight, my friend. There is about to be a river boa. Boom.
Boom. Man.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Battlefield Forge. And you can go.
Battlefield Forge.
6 cards.
What's Battlefield Forge?
It's the red-white pain land.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm still getting familiar with these cards.
Sure.
I will draw. Oh, that's untapped. Let's play a Rancor on my river boa.
I have a response.
Yeah.
Swords it.
Okay, he is dead. Rancor dies.
Yeah, so the Rancor is in your graveyard and the Riverbow is exiled. You gain 2. You're 22.
Man, I was hoping you'd have another one. Okay, I gain 2. Wrong dice to use for this one. And then I will go ahead and remove Elvish Spirit Guide from the game.
Yep. Cast another Riverbow.
Yep,
Okay.
Boa 2.
And you have 2 cards in hand, and you are tapped out, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I'm going to play a mountain. And I'm going to incinerate your Riverboa.
Okay. He's dead.
And it can't be regenerated.
Yeah.
Go ahead. 4 cards.
I will play an Elvish List.
Which one is it? Sorry.
It's an Elvish Lyrist. It's a...
Lyrist. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one that can blow up enchantments?
Yep.
Okay.
Stack it to blow up enchantments.
Sounds good. All set?
And, no, go ahead.
For Premodern, the cards do not need to be the original version. No, it's not like old school where they have to be the original art, the original frame and everything. For Premodern, no. And then I actually have in my deck, I'm running some fetch lands. I'm running the Khans fetch lands because they're too expensive to not play the Khans ones. Sand Alliance.
Okay.
And a face-down creature.
Okay.
And you can go.
All right.
What could that be? It's always a whip quarter.
Play a forest. And pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I will turn my creature face up. It was not a whip quarter, I lied. I'm gonna fly at you for 4 with my Exalted Angel.
Okay, what else does she have? She's
a 4/5 flyer, and she has a built-in Spirit Link. It's not Life Link because it's actually a trigger like Spirit Link. So whenever she deals damage, I gain that much life.
Okay, so you're up to.
I'm at 24, and I got you at 18 now.
Yeah, I'm at 18. Okay.
So yeah, it's not like the new ability Life Link where it doesn't use the stack or anything. It happens at the same time of damage. No, it is a trigger, just like in old school with Spirit Link. So I've got 3 cards, and you can go.
Play a forest. Play a Llanowar off. That is not a forest. And pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Attack for 4 in the air.
I'm at 14.
And I'm at 28. And I'm going to play a Flooded Strand. And I will fetch. I'm at 27. I'm going to get a Plains, and then I'm going to say go.
Untap. Draw. Play a Rogue Elephant. Sack a Forest.
Okay, that's a Rogue Elephant. Yeah. 3/3. Does he trample? I can't remember.
He does not trample.
Alright,
No.
so he's just a vanilla 3/3 for 1 mana. Seems okay.
Yeah. And I will attack you for 2.
I will take it like a champ. I'm at 25.
And pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. I'll attack for 4 in the air.
Go to 10.
And I'm at 29. Yeah, you can go. 4 cards.
Attack with everybody.
I'll take it. 3, 4, 5.
It's Sky Shroud Elite.
Okay, that's 2/3
He's a 2/3 right now, yeah.
because I have non-basic lands.
Exactly. He's like a crit for your opponent's non-basic lands.
Okay. Rogue Elephant and Harvest Worm was like one of my first combos. Yes. You all set?
Yeah, right.
Alright, untap. Draw. Yeah, I'll fly in the air for 4.
Alright, what am I at now? 6?
Got you down to 6, and I'm at 28.
Yeah.
And you can go. 5 cards.
That's it. Play Quirion Ranger.
Okay.
Attack with everybody.
Alright, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, it would be 7 total, yeah.
Okay, I'll take it. I'm down to 21.
And pass the turn.
Okay, untap. Draw. Fly for 4.
I'll go to 2.
And I'm at 25. And I'll play another mountain, and I will say go.
Attack. Draw. Alright, you got it.
Okay. I had some lands and some dead cards in my hand.
Wow. I'm surprised you didn't just have, like, I figured you were stocking up on... You know, I run Hurricane and Stompy in old school, so I should be running Hurricane in my new school. Is it even legal in pre-modern? I don't even...
Yeah, I was putting it in Ice Age, and it was in 4th edition, and yeah, something. So
Maybe I should be running Hurricanes. That'd be kind of cool.
Hurricane might be a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know anything about this format. It's a funny thing.
Neither do I. Neither do I. Like, I mean, I've watched some games and whatnot. I have obviously taken some time to read up and look at deck lists and things like that, but not like well versed in the format. So
yeah, me neither. Not at all. Let's see, man.
But I mean, it's fun. Like, so far, I'm having fun playing. It's like that's only my 2nd game win, so.
Yeah, wow.
But you know, I'm having fun, so you know that's part of it. Obviously, is having fun while playing, and yeah. I wanted to make sure that I'm not gonna always be, you know, playing the cutthroat tier 1 decks and whatever.
Right.
Yes, there are going to be times where I'm going to be playing duress and cabal therapy and ripping apart my opponent's hands.
Sure.
But there are also going to be times where this is not really an archetype that sees play in Premodern that I could find, but I figured that I heard that Swords of Plowshares was good. I heard that Disenchant was good. So
Right.
it's like, okay, well, if I'm going to play Swords and Disenchant, then might as well put Lions in there, even though it's not seeing play. And then let's put the red cards in there as well. Not that you saw any red cards, but you saw that I could produce red mana. So
See that? Yes, I'm curious to see what. I mean, I guess I saw Incinerate, so I know you play Incinerate. Yeah. So I know you're playing.
So a Bold Move Gaming wants to know what I lost to. So I lost to the Astral Slide deck in round number 1, where he had 3 copies of Lightning Rift. With all of his cycling, and then he had a humility to deal with my my creatures. And in game number 1, I drew a bunch of burn spells. In game number 2, I drew 4 different ways to deal with artifacts and enchantments, and no removal for creatures, and he beat me down with an Exalted Angel. In round number 2, I lost to Untitled, which is Parallax Tide is the new hotness in Premodern that a lot of people are trying to play. So,
those are good decks.
Yeah, they're good decks. They're definitely good decks. Like, I don't know if they're like quote unquote tier 1 decks or not, but they're definitely established decks that are really good. So.
Well, and the combo decks are just so explosive and Premodern. Insane. I lost to a turn 1 Dreadnought.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you go land, Lotus Petal, Dreadnought in either Stifle or Vision Charm, and
that's exactly what happened.
Yep. So, all right, good luck, my friend.
You too. I'll play first. Yeah, it's really interesting just seeing the decks do their thing. Well, shoot. No lands.
I gotta ship this one back.
Good hand.
All right. I have 1 copy of Reflecting Pool in this deck. And this is now the 2nd time that I have drawn Reflecting Pool as my only land.
That is a kick in the teeth. Yeah, it's just amazing, like, just not having played much Premodern, just seeing people, how the decks work is just incredible.
Yeah. So, I mean, last week I got trounced, but my deck was not built very well last week. I think my deck this week is better than what I played last week, but I didn't have Exalted Angels when I'm playing a black and white deck, so that definitely made a difference there, and I misbuilt my sideboard because I had no way to deal with the Madness deck.
Oh. I don't even know what you do.
Like, I mean, I obviously had Swords of Plowshares and I had Vindicates as well, but you have to draw those, obviously. So.
Right. Oh man, gosh. I don't know. I guess I'll keep it. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oof. Okay. Forest. Hidden Gibbons.
Which one's that?
Whenever your opponent casts an instant or interrupt spell, if Hidden Gibbons is an enchantment, it becomes a 4/4 creature.
Okay. Well, I won't be casting any interrupts, but I do have instants in my deck. Yep. Okay.
Pass.
It becomes a 4/4? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play a Battlefield Forge. I'm going to take a point to tap it for a red for a Grim Lavamancer. So
Okay.
I'm at 19, and you can go.
Played Druidist.
Yep.
Or Lyrist. And pass.
Untap. Draw. I'm going to tap for a red, so I'll go to 28. I'm going to play a Seal of Fire. I'm going to kill your duder.
Okay. That's a sorcery, I assume.
It is an enchantment.
Oh.
Actually, so it's apropos to kill him with it, and then I will attack you for 1.
All right. Thank you.
And I'm at 18. You can go 4 cards.
Draw. 5 cards. Pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Planes. Attack for 1.
18.
Then I will play a face down creature. Go ahead.
Okay. 6 cards. Pass.
Untap. Draw. Okay, City of Brass. I'll take a point from the city. I'll go to 17, and I will turn my Exalted Angel face up.
Awesome.
And I will attack for 5.
I will go to 13.
I will gain 4. I'm at 21. 3 cards. Go ahead.
7 cards. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. I will play a mountain. And I will attack you for 5.
Go to 8.
I will gain 4. I'm at 25. And I will play another Grim Lavamancer.
Nice.
And you can go.
Wind's got teeth. I think I'll just go ahead and return to you. Let you finish me off.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I'm going to Lightning Bolt you, activating your Hidden Gibbons.
Nice. Woo!
Puts you down to 5. And then I will attack you for 4 in the air.
Go to 1.
And then I will use the Grim Lavamancer to do 2 more points.
That'll do it. GG's.
Good games. So the Hidden Gibbons is very interesting. Holy cow.
Yep. Yeah, I brought that in out of the sideboard. Pretty cool card. But obviously it doesn't really help if your opponent never needs to play an instant.
Right. Yeah, so like I boarded out 2 of my disenchants thinking that I wasn't going to need them. I didn't really see much from you when it came to artifacts or enchantments. So
Right.
But I did board in Pyrokinesis and Story Circle. I figured that since you're mostly green, that Story Circle could end up being okay.
Yeah, that seems good.
Pyrokinesis to take out a bunch of dudes if I needed to, and then Wrath of God to take out a bunch of dudes if I needed to. However,
Yeah, that seems.
I played all the dudes. You did not.
Yeah. yeah. I've been having trouble drawing lands. Either I draw all lands or I draw no lands. So that's been happening.
Yeah, this was like I said, my deck didn't work in the first 2 rounds. I won a game against the Parallax Tide deck, but so I boarded out 1 Masticore, 2 Blood Moons, and 2 Disenchants against
Okay,
you.
nice. Blood Moon, that's very cool.
I didn't want to board out all of the Disenchants because just in case you had something coming out, but I knew that Blood Moon was going to be pretty much dead against you. And then I assumed that the Masticores were going to be too slow if you got a whole bunch of dudes on the table. So that's why the Wraths and the Pyrokineses came in. So
Yeah, that seems smart. And Blood Moon is pretty much terrible against me.
Yeah.
I just took out 2 Naturalize, brought in the Hidden Gibbons because I didn't really have much against you actually.
Mr. Jones, he's actually playing Land Grants. He played it against me in game number 1. So
2 Land Grants in the deck.
Yeah. 2 Land Grants. So maybe it should be 4.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe it should be 4.
Instead of land grant.
Yeah. There's I don't know, you obviously you need your mana dudes, your mana dorks, to do some stuff.
Right.
Yeah, me being able to put a creature on the table on turn 1 and you not being able to follow up with an actual creature was basically what won that game. And I kicked it into overdrive with putting the Exalted Angel on the table. So.
Oh yeah, but I don't think that. I think if you resolve an Exalted Angel on turn 4, if you're not dead, I think I just lose again with this deck, because if you gain any life, I don't really have anything to do. I can't kill the angel.
Yeah. So you have to put maximum amount of damage on the table in a short period of time to outrace that angel.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Yeah, this deck runs 4 Tangle Wires, which if they resolve can be pretty good.
Okay.
But and 4 Winter Orbs, but I haven't seen those all night. So
the Parallax Tide deck ran Tangle Wire too, and that was pretty brutal. Not gonna lie. So.
Oh, Tangle Wire is disgusting. If it's when it hits at the right time, it's so.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any problem with lands and spells against you, whereas I was having issues. So having mana issues against a mana denial deck is brutal. So when I had that against the Parallax Tide deck, it's like, ugh, this is garbage. And like I said, round 1 I had the wrong half problem both games, where game 1 I drew red spells and he beat me down because of enchantments. In game 2 I drew, I had 3 disenchants. I had a turn 3 Aura of Silence on the table, and then I had 3 disenchants at the end of the game too. So it's like, okay, but then he beat me down with an Exalted Angel. It's like, I mean, what am I going to do at that point? I just like nothing I can do. So
nope. Yeah, I've been having similar issues with this deck tonight. And I can't tell if it's the deck or if it's just that kind of night, right? You never know.
Yeah.
You got to play a lot more games.
Yep. So thank you for the games, my friend. I do appreciate it, and good seeing you again. It's been a while, so I wish you luck in your future pre-modern games. All right.
Yeah, you too. I'm sure I'll see you at another one.
Yeah, definitely. Sure. It's like I'm gonna be playing on Thursday nights regularly and streaming them. So, all right.
Nice.
Take care.
Mandy, I'll check on the stream too. Yeah,
I appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Ghost and Vodka. Hey, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. So I went 1 and 2. I won 3 games. So I went 3 and 4 in games, which isn't terrible. But could be better, could be worse. Like I said, the deck suffered from the wrong half problem in round number 1, which was caca, unfortunately, and round number 2, that Parallax Tide deck was a lot to handle. But this is pink poo, so it's pink because of the red and white. I tried to put some good red cards and some good white cards together and form a cohesive deck. So maybe the Blood Moons are not the answer. Maybe the Blood Moon should be something else. Maybe they should be additional threats. Something that's a little less expensive than, say, Masticore. But I'm not exactly sure. But I mean, I might revisit this deck at some point in time in the future. Who knows? Premodern has so many decks. Just like old school, Premodern has a lot of viable decks. And obviously, the tiers when it comes to Premodern is a little bit more defined than, say, old school, which has like 1 or 2 tier 1-ish decks, and then you got a bunch of other decks that follow depending on the format. But not disappointed with the deck. I like it. I think that it could use some improvement. I'm not exactly sure. I would have loved to have cast that Pulverize though, and I had it in my hand against that Untitled deck, and that would have been such a kick in the junk to them if I were able to get that off. Just unfortunately, it didn't come to fruition. But thanks a lot, everybody, for being here. Again, remember, My regularly scheduled old school stream is Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock, so don't forget to tune in to that. And then I do plan on playing Premodern here weekly on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. You all have a great night. I'm hoping that I see you guys all next week, and you guys can have a great night. So I will see you next Tuesday. Take care.